Thank you for watching Highway 34 Connection. Today's podcast will begin shortly. Highway 34 Connection is a podcast where a trio of friends who have become brothers sit down and discuss random topics, or even break down a bracket and even discuss American sports and news. Now sit back and relax as we give you our thoughts and honest opinions on the topics at hand. Once again, thanks for picking Highway 34 Connection.
The following podcast may use videos, pictures, news articles, and even audio from another channel. Highway 34 Connection doesn't own the rights to those. We will shout out who or where we get them for the podcasts. The only copyright is not us here at Highway 34 Connection. Please remember that all of our podcasts are unscripted, unfiltered, and unedited. Podcasts we do are pro wrestling talk where we discuss the world of pro wrestling and give spoilers.
Talking football where we talk about the current season of the NFL, XFL and USFL where we give our thoughts on each week of gameplay. We also give our predictions on what teams will win each game.
Conspiracy theories. We sit down and talk about conspiracy theories and why we think something is real or just a theory.
Let's chat it up. This is a podcast where we just talk about random topics here on the channel. We could talk about anything, so please be warned, our podcasts are intended for mature audiences only.
Welcome to Highway 34 Connection.
And there's the ghost, just in time.
Hello, everybody. What are we talking about? What's going on?
Actually, I'm going to start with the Idaho murder update, actually.
Oh, my. So, what has been going on, Insidious? Tell us all. Tell the news.
You really shouldn't do that.
What?
Good evening, Pixie. So, it says here, Brian Kohberger's attorney discovers troubling sign for trial.
Oh, no.
Lookers, so are arguing that the jury pool in Layton, Latah County, Idaho, is biased against him. So that's why they were wanting to move it. She says here she filed a new document in court that said Mr. Kohberger's life and liberties are at stake. This is a capital case, and he is entitled to be heard on motions pending before this court, halting preparations for his motion for change of venue denies his constitutional right to a fair trial. The survey works to complete for Latah County, and it shows that the jury pool in Latah County is biased. The filing added the state action that resulted in the cessation of the surveys prevents other county comprehensions. So now they're pretty much stating that the change of venue is pretty much goes against question that it happened in that county, that it needs to stay in that county.
Didn't we talk about changing of venues like 7,000 times that we talked about this? And about how anyone in that area could even be more to being biased. I mean, that's the thing. Have they even picked a jury yet?
No, they haven't even got a trial date.
Well, I have a question for you. Do you even think they're even capable?
Well, here's the thing. Listen to this. Now, we talked about the judge. Remember, right?
Yes.
The judge that barred both sides from communicating with potential jurors in the quadruple homicide case. Why would he bar them from communicating? Is he doing all the communicating? Because I'll tell you right now, we already heard where this judge stands. He wants to hang him, and we haven't even had a court date yet. Because
even though he's being biased, he is right. The prosecution or the defense is not really allowed to talk to potential jury members because of fear of influencing a jury.
It said here, March 22nd, Friday afternoon, the state filed its motion to prevent contact with potential jurors. The motion included attachments. The late Friday afternoon filing was a statistic action by the state.
If they have potential jurors, that means they've already got a juror poll.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
But the question I have for you is, with everything going in that's been said in the news, do you even think they can even get 16 juries members that will, okay, well, it's 12 plus 2 alternates, so 14. So 14 people that will be completely unbiased? Has it already been brainwashed by the news?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, says here the defense informed the state surveys such as these were common practices. The state could have easily and likely did find that this very expert did similar survey work in Idaho on the last 2 other occasions.
Well, let's ask Pixie. Pixie's in. Hey, Pixie, do you think after all this, someone could be biased and not already have their mind made up? I don't know if she's even still here.
She's still here.
Okay.
It says here, Michael McAuliffe, a former federal prosecutor and former elected state attorney, told Newsweek on Wednesday that Taylor is rigorously defending her client following today's filing. However, the defense counsel's argument that the community survey shows bias with prospective jurors misses the mark. The jury selection process is designed to vet and address juror bias issues and to select fair, open-minded jury. Well, how the hell do they know that with just asking a couple questions? We've seen rogue jurors before. It ain't the first time they can lie. We know this. Nothing in the defendant design survey precludes the potential implement of a neutral jury. That's true, even though it is a death penalty case in a relatively small jurisdiction. And that's all that article has.
So what does it mean?
What does any of it mean? Like, right now, everything that we know is technically nothing. Like, we know that his lawyers are making moves behind the scenes, but don't really know what.
Look, how many lawyers does he have, as far as you know?
Like fucking 3.
Okay, I'll rephrase that question. Are these like run-of-the-mill lawyers, or are these like serious holy shit lawyers?
Oh, they're serious holy fucking shit lawyers, dude.
How the hell is he affording this?
Well, that's the question that one of the victims' parents asked, actually. And as the judge said, they are not at liberty to discuss who is paying, who is buying his suits. They are not at liberty to discuss any of that.
Well, I mean, it's no big deal. I'm just surprised he's able to afford. I mean, is this kid rich?
I think his parents are. So
Like
this
rich,
is the
or
one
just
that
wealthy?
I'm thinking wealthy. This is the one I was telling about. Brian Kohlberger's trial delay buys defense time to build alibi. And the judge did agree, actually. I was shocked due to the lack of alibi. Even though as biased as he is in wanting to hang him, he's still wanting the truth behind an alibi.
And yet...
Well, he's trying to be fair, but also still trying to show people that if he did do it, which if he did, then why is so much of this case being shushed? What's up, Itachi? Like, why is there so many gag orders attached? Like, nobody can talk. If it's so 100% he did it, Why is there so many gag orders?
Well, think about it. I want you to think about it from any lawyer's perspective. Do you really want somebody else, like information that you're getting leaked to the public? No.
The problem is it's the defense that put the gag, not the defense. The county attorney is the one that put all the gag orders out.
Yeah.
So what the hell do they got that is so cut and dry that they're not wanting to put in the media? Any other murder case, all that would be out in the open.
Because you're not supposed to put it out in the media like that.
Why not?
Because
everybody else has. You look at all the killings, even the ones here in town. I mean, here in Iowa, our hometown, for all of it to see. Have you ever seen a gag order put in place?
But are you supposed to?
Why would you not? That's why we have freedom of the press. That's also why we have, what's the other one I'm looking for? Where you can go and look at the public documents.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're saying that, why shouldn't they? Well, if you have something concrete, why wouldn't you share it?
Because it can show bias to a potential jury.
Why would it show bias? You're either guilty. You actually have 100% fact. This guy did something, and you would be bragging about it to the media.
Here's why.
All you have is a knife sheath.
Okay,
you have no knife.
The reason is because let's say you did have something like that. But if all you're able to do is keep feeding it to the jury or feed it to the news media, hey, we have this, and this. The problem is all these jury members that are still out there because they haven't. Has any member from the jury been secluded yet?
No.
So they're capable of watching the news just like we are. So if you get
even before the jury, even before there was even a jury thing,
that's my point.
They were blacklisting everything.
But that's my point.
Even before they were still, before the house was tore down, before they collect evidence, what little evidence they actually gathered at the time, everything to the media was being straight up, no, you can't talk.
Yeah.
The witness that discovered bushy eyes.
Yep.
How is that even a key witness? They put him in a lineup with like 5 other guys with bushy eyes and see if you can pinpoint him out. I'm not joking. If I'm a defense attorney, I would have fun with that witness on the stand.
And I'm sure he will.
Oh, I know damn sure they will. Like, the whole damn case stinks. They have no murder weapon at all. They have a knife.
The reason why that you can't have it leaked is because you don't want any potential jury members having that constantly in their head before they're even picked to be a jury, and then they already have their mind made up.
Well, okay, so we already have his defense going out and telling everybody the DNA could have been planted. So that's not doing the exact same thing?
No, that's not the same thing because the DNA has already been leaked. Anything that's been leaked, you're allowed to counter it. But other than that, they don't want anything new getting out there.
What's new? They haven't talked anything new. They just keep talking about the same shit. The DNA.
Exactly.
They're just trying to keep this shit relevant. That's all they're doing.
Exactly.
The same thing week after week. They keep mentioning their names. They keep bringing up. That's why, see, you're talking about badgering the jury. What do you think they're doing now when they keep bringing up their names? Remember these kids' names. Remember what he did. You're already saying he's guilty before he's even fucking guilty. You're putting gag orders out left and right. Starting to sound like another case going on with a former president that I know of.
Anyway, the point is this: do you even have anything regarding of anything?
What?
Do you know? Do you have anything else? Do you have anything else?
This case? You've seen me debunk this case several times over.
Yes.
It stinks, and it still stinks. What stunk over a year ago still stinks today. They have nothing.
Nope.
But do I have other stuff? Yes, I do. So, did you ever do that research?
So I have a question. If let's say the Idaho County calls you and say, Mr. Carnes, would you like to be on the jury? What would you say?
No, they wouldn't, because I'm not in their jurisdiction. I'm Iowa.
Would you just play along here? Let's say you were. Mr. Carnes, would you like to be on the jury?
Play along with, unless it goes to a federal court, and then they can hire anybody they want.
Well, they can't. Look, the point is this. Would you be able to be biased in this case? If they set you down and say, Mr. Carnes, can you be biased in this case? Listen to all the evidence that we're going to present before you make a decision, or have you already made a decision?
If you're on the jury, you would have to hear the arguments. That's the biggest thing. But if you are 100% biased going into there, knowing what you hear in the news media, hearing these names over, are you going to be one of those that are from that area and already going to conclude, yes, we're going to hang this guy in front of a firing squad just so we can give family relief? Because that's what the judge said. Why, on the fucking air on YouTube? That was his words.
So then why should they keep you as a jury if your mind's already made up?
So why should we keep him as a judge if his mind's already made up?
They shouldn't. They should be asked to recuse themselves.
Exactly.
Why they haven't yet is beyond my point.
So I think he's the only judge in that fucking county.
They can request he recuses himself.
Not if he's the only judge in that county. They can't.
Yeah, they can. They can
Who
get
else are
another
they
one.
gonna get? Who are they gonna get?
They get another one
From the Supreme Court, maybe.
from the Idaho Supreme Court. Yeah, probably.
Even though they've already denied listening to anything he had to say too. So there's that. So, anyways, did you do the research on the other one I told you about?
A little bit. So everyone understands what's going on, let's give everybody a forefront. Go.
Give everybody what?
The 411. Let them know what's going on.
All right. Yeah, well, I would hope so. So, as most people do know this, 2 women came up missing from Kansas, and the car was found in Oklahoma. They have yet to find them, but as of 4 hours ago, foul play is suspected. This one here is kind of weird too, in my opinion. Veronica Butler and Julian Kelly were traveling together to pick up the children, according to Endangered Missing Person advisory shared by the Texas County Sheriff's Department Facebook page. They never made it to the pickup location. Advisory said their vehicle was later found abandoned in Oklahoma County. The Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation, which is investigating the woman's disappearance, said on X the information was the abandoned vehicle indicates foul play. We are still searching for these victims, and there are no arrests at this time, the agency said. While it's unclear whose children the 2 women were looking to pick up, this presumed Butler and Kelly are friends, State Bureau has said. Butler's stepmother and father separately told NBC News earlier this week that Veronica had been in a difficult custody dispute. Court records show a custody case was opened in late March of 2015, closed almost a month later. Yeah, I was seeing if you wanted to join us. So, but in other articles that are out there, they had searching parties where they found the car, and once the main authorities got in, they took all search parties off. What's your comments on that?
Whoa, roll that back again. So they took search parties off?
Yeah, from where the
Who?
car was found. Like they actually had search parties out there.
Well,
But
who took them off, and who? What kind of search parties?
ones where actual people team up and try to search for
I know
them.
what a search party is. I mean, were they
Well, then that should
law
tell you.
enforcement?
No, they were civilian.
And the
That were
law
trying
enforcement
to.
told them to stop.
Yes,
That's not a good sign.
that was my thought. Especially when it was right after the car was found that these search parties were just started. They started searching for approximately 4 hours around the area, and then not the cops, but once the investigators showed up, they told everybody to quit searching and go home.
Oh boy, that's not good.
It's like, well, why would you tell them that? These girls have been missing for 3 days.
Unless they found something.
Well, they haven't even mentioned what they found in the car. Like, did you find cell phones? If not, then I'd be trying to ping the cell phones. See, when they were last used, this is stuff I'd be looking into. I mean, personally.
You're not wrong.
They say here, although a few details have been made public about the events leading up to the disappearance, but so far they all say about the same thing. So we'll say this: Highway Patrol released images of Butler and Kelly with written descriptions. Butler's 5'4", red hair, green eyes. She wore a blue short sleeve shirt, denim shorts, shoes by the brand of Hey Dudes. When disappeared, according to the alert, she also have several tattoos: Chinese symbol on the left forearm, sunflower on her left shoulder. Kelly has brown hair, blue eyes. She was wearing a long sleeve shirt, whitewashed blue jeans, and a tan or beige colored shoes when she went missing. Kelly has a butterfly tattoo on her left forearm. State investigators said they are working with local law enforcement agencies to find out where they are. They have asked anyone with information about the woman's whereabouts to contact the Bureau. Yeah. So far, still the same on that.
Well, what's your take?
Me personally, I don't know what to make about this one. I'm hearing a lot of mixed.
I meant.
I mean, there's a lot of mixed information. I don't know where half of these people are getting their information from, but I've seen it all over.
I mean, do you think they're still alive?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I mean, for all we know, something happened to the car and they had to start walking. Somebody picked them up. It could be 101 things. I mean, for all we know, they could have been walking and picked up by human traffickers.
That's not good.
Huh?
Well, that's not good.
No. In that case, you can find them somewhere in China.
I mean, geez, wow. I mean, Rob just goes right to the freaking source. Like, oh nope. They're human trafficking. They're
No, I said they could have been picked up.
I know what you said. I'm just
big difference. Big.
Yeah.
Hey, you asked for my opinion.
Yeah, but you're supposed to give us like a sugarcoat. You're supposed to give us like
Who
code red
sugarcoats
situation.
anything? Do I sugarcoat anything? Have you ever known me to sugarcoat how I feel? Things I say, mix my words. No.
Yeah. No, you don't.
No. Fuck no.
But there's some,
Never
yeah,
have,
but there's
never.
some times when you should. I mean, this kind of is one of them.
No. Because if you sugarcoat something, that's how you leave stuff unturned. And if I sugarcoat it, then if that's the case, I'm being lied on unto myself. Something I don't like to do.
No, I guess not.
So, anyways, until new information comes out on this, I mean, I really don't have anything more on it. I thought they had more than that, but I guess I can talk about Big Ben coming out of retirement.
Oh, good lord! Seriously?
No, it was an April Fool's joke by Sports
Yeah.
Illustrated.
Yeah, well,
And
this ain't no April Fool's, man. This is the
No,
second.
it was funny. It was funny.
Huh.
I laughed because the fans went ballistic. They were pissed. And all the way at the end in small print it said April Fool's, but everybody took that serious. I was laughing.
That's kind of sad.
That people would get that outrageous over it. They're like, we just got Russell Wilson. Why would we bring back Ben? That don't make no sense. um, So I do. If you're a Cowboys fan, I do want to put this out now. Do not pay no attention on Dak Prescott being traded for a pick.
Oh dear.
He has a no trade clause in his contract. He cannot be traded until next year.
Next year, meaning 2025, or next year, meaning 2026?
2025. He's on the last year of his contract, and right now they have no signs of negotiating.
No sign.
Mm-mm.
So
No
he thinks
sign
this is
at
the
all.
last year.
Yeah, he's on the last year of his contract, and Jerry Jones has not even talked about it. And he has a no franchise tag, and he has a no trade clause. So, in other words, once after this year is over, they can't franchise tag him. They're going to have to offer him a new contract, or just let him go to free agency.
Oh boy.
So I was laughing because
Well, we can't.
I
Well,
keep
I don't think
saying
that's. I don't think that's what they want to happen. I think the chief is a big Prescott fan.
he's still in here floating around.
I know.
On Dak's defense, I can't blame him, but to my understanding, they're both on the hot seat. So
See, no denying.
McCarthy and Dak are both in the hot seat.
I thought they got rid of McCarthy. I thought, or at least they were thinking about it.
Nope, Dan Quinn left the coach of the Commanders.
Oh yeah, the Commanders. Right.
Hey, I'm okay with who we got as a defensive coordinator. I don't know if the players are going to like him.
Commanders, Redskins, whatever.
I don't know.
The football team.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't know if they're gonna our defensive players are gonna like him at all. But I'm okay with him, so I'm good. He's probably passed out.
Right.
You got any football talk you want to talk about?
Yeah, I did. I just need to check something for a second. If I get kicked out, I'll be right back. Well, I'm trying not to get kicked out.
Trying to what? What are you trying to do? Well, while he's MIA, I guess we can talk random. What do you guys want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Come up with something random. We'll talk about it. Nowhere. I'm not going to play a LA Night. Let me talk to you.
So basically, so here's what I'm going to say. So the two games that were played on Saturday in the UFL were USFL teams versus an XFL team. And every time the USFL team faced a XFL team, the former USFL team won. Now, is that just a coincidence? Too early to tell, or does that just say, you know what? Maybe the teams from the USFL were better,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
or is it too early to make that call?
We'll find out as the season continues. I do want to ask you a question, though.
Yeah.
What do you feel about Stephon Diggs going to the Texans?
Don't really care.
Well, the Bills just lost their star wide receiver, and we know how close the Texans came to a Super Bowl win or a playoff Super Bowl spot.
True, but we all know that the reason for that is because they had one beast of a quarterback.
And they still do, and now they just added Stephon Diggs to his weaponry.
So let's burn the question. Is the Texans going to be a team to watch next year?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I think the Chief would say that that's his AFC team because they're the other Texas team.
Yep.
How much crap would they go through with Texas if it was the Cowboys and the Texans in the Super Bowl, and the Super Bowl was in Texas? I mean, just how much money would be made?
A lot.
Same thing, Giants and Jets, so they put it right there at MetLife.
That'd be awesome too.
Yeah.
So let's see what's going on with these Cowboys.
How about them boys?
Yeah, let's see what's going on with them. Well, so far they're looking at mock draft. They have yet to sign anybody in free agency except for one guy.
Well, does Chief not want to sign anybody good, or what's going on?
Well, what's this? Really? Fucking A. Now we just lost Tyler too.
Who what?
We lost Tyler, our center. He just went to the Commanders.
What is up with those? See, I understand teams leaving; it happens. But why do they go to a rival?
That's where a lot of our players have ended up, is right over to the Commanders because they want to go with the coach.
Oh.
They want to go coach. They want to be under Dan Quinn. So far, yeah, I know Des Bryant ripped into Jerry Jones about lack of leadership. You said you were all in, and then apparently you're all out because you didn't sign anybody in free agency like everybody thought you were going to do. You still have no running back. You just let Pollard go. Now you lost a center, and you've already lost two of your key defenders. So yeah, Jerry, you're on a roller coaster.
Well, who's the coach now for the Cowboys?
Or the Mike Zimmer? That's our defensive coordinator.
And he's not the head coach?
Nope, that's still McCarthy. For now. Just like Dak's the quarterback for now.
Look, man, you just need to get over it. You know he's your boy.
Dak's is a decent quarterback. I just think he's in the wrong team.
Well, let me guess. He should go to the XFL?
No, he should go to the Patriots.
Ow. Dude, what the hell? What are you trying to do with him, man?
Trying to do to him?
Yeah.
Make him better. Patriots have known to look what they did with Brady. I mean, hell, they protect their quarterback. He'll never get protected in Dallas. You know it. He'll be the, and the bad thing is, when you're a Dallas Cowboy, all eyes are on you. So
yeah,
that is the biggest part.
There's only one problem with that logic. There's no more Belichick in New England.
No, but Belichick, as we've seen, didn't make Tom Brady. Tom Brady made Brady. That was proven when they went into Tampa Bay and they got annihilated.
Okay. Wait, what? No, Brady won.
That's what I said.
But you also said that Belichick won that.
No, I said Belichick went in and got annihilated. That's what I said.
No, because because the Bucks won. The Bucks won, yeah, but you said yourself not because of Brady, because Brady had trouble even scoring.
Well, if you look at it from a QB standpoint, he still got him down there to make the field goal.
Oh wow, great! Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He may not have got a touchdown against him, but like you said, points are points. Yeah, I'm going to use your words against you on that.
And I'm using yours against you.
Yeah, but mine works better, and you know it.
No, they don't.
Like I said, you know it. You can't
deny
it.
Not.
Yeah, we know. Derrick Henry signing with Dallas would have been perfect. A lot of would have been perfect. All I see is all these good players that we're passing up. Too much for being all in, Jerry. Well, we did get Lyle Collins, so I'm okay with that. And we got Damian Wilson. Still not enough.
It never is it? It never is.
Not when you let Packers come into your home where you haven't lost a game.
Oh, here we go.
And destroy you.
Well, what was the score again?
Oh, it was fucking bad. It was fucking annihilation. Wasn't even a fucking game.
I don't recall it being that much of a destruction. I gotta look it up.
Dude, the only reason why we even got points in the second half is because, dude, Green Bay put all their starters on the fucking bench on offense and defense. And if they would have left their starters in, they still would have clean slated us. We wouldn't have had any fucking points.
So you guys beat the backups. So the backups also beat you. So what?
Shows where Dallas' head was.
And I warned you before that game that I think you're underestimating Love. And you're like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. Love sucks. Cowboys, they're going to go in there, and Cowboys are going to whoop their ass. I'm like, dude, I think you're underestimating the Packers. No, I'm not. Nope. No, I'm not.
Nope.
And then they whooped your ass. And they're like,
hey, I can't say they beat my ass. Cowboys did what Cowboys do. They do Cowboy stupid things, and that's what they did. Roughing the passer calls, which you didn't have all year. Turn around and you couldn't catch a ball. Couldn't get the running game going. It's Cowboys do stupid things. And you know what? I've said it over and over and again. I still think it lies with our head coach. He will not let the new team he's coaching beat the Green Bay Packers. I still believe he's a Packer at heart, and he is not going to let that team beat him.
Okay.
Well, tell me how we beat teams that we should have lost all year, and then one team that stat-wise, our quarterback is better, our wide receivers are better, running back was better, our defense was fucking better, and we come in and look like monkey fucking a football. I'm pretty sure that would have been more amusing than that damn football game we watched. And Ghost is out. And it's all right because I'm going to end it there because, well, that seems like a good way to end it. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. And he's back.
Sorry. I actually hit the back button twice. I hate how StreamYard is. If anybody from the StreamYard admin has ever listened to these, that's the problem with StreamYard. It's sometimes way too sensitive to leave the podcast. You know, there should be like a thing like, "Are you sure you want to leave the podcast?" Kind of an option or something. Because it's way too easy to back out.
I get it. But anyways, I don't have anything else unless you do.
All right. So, what I was trying to do is check and see if they had part of next year's schedule up. They don't. Could question was if you guys had to face the Packs next year. So.
Oh, probably.
Well, we don't know.
If not, we'll do what we did this year. We'll play them in the playoffs.
And then we'll find out if you're right or wrong about these things.
No, considering we faced them twice and we lost twice, tells me all I need to know.
Oh, that you guys gonna quit underestimating love.
That too.
I mean, let's face it. Somewhere, somehow, the Packers they know how to find a good quarterback. They just do. Whether you had Brett Favre, who was the GOAT. You had Aaron Rodgers, whether you love him or hate him, he was the GOAT. And now you got Love, who has had an amazing start. So,
and you got to remember, all eyes are going to be on these New York Jets too. So we got to remember that.
Why? Oh, because of Rodgers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we thought that last year. And how did the Jets do again? You want to tell me? The record? Or do you want me to tell you?
I think it was a publicity, in my opinion. He got injured, and he kept saying, "I'll be back in this date," knowing the fact he wasn't going to come back until next year. It was a way to keep the Jets in the media pool. And if you look right now, what's in the media pool? The Jets. How's it going to look when Rodgers actually takes the field? Is it going to be a different look? Is they actually going to get farther? They're still right there in that media pool, where Jets have not been in years. But also, the team I'm more looking out for this year than any others is the Lions, man. Those Lions, God. We could go all day talking about those Lions.
Well, go ahead. Tell me about Goff.
Honestly, I think he just needed a little bit, you know? And I think he had...
No, you once said that he was nothing. The only reason he was good on the Rams because he had people like Kupp.
Yep. And if you look, is Stafford having the same problem he did with the Giants? I mean, with the Lions before? Yeah, he's having the exact same problem. He's got no one to throw to except for Kupp. And when you go to Kupp, eventually they're going to double coverage, and then you got nobody. And who's right?
Oh, no. I'm not going to give you this. And here's why.
I can go back and forth on it.
Because you're
I can do the same thing. I can do the same thing with Jared Goff right now. He had the same problem Matthew Stafford had, but now they finally figured out the damn problem, gave Goff people to throw to. They have a good running game. They have a good offensive line now, which they didn't have when they had Stafford. Now, when you guys went to the Super Bowl, Stafford had a stock deck. You had veterans, all veterans lined up and down. You had OBJ. You had
That was out by halftime
of the Super Bowl. But when he played that season, he was a key part to you guys getting there. So you go back, you had all these weapons, and then the offseason came, you had nobody. And then last year, well, you blew all your draft picks because you traded them all off. So you had to settle for second best players that weren't worth a shit to begin with.
And I want to tell you the same way I told you, if you're really that good of a quarterback, you can make magic out of anybody.
You ain't Tom Brady. You're not Tom Brady.
Or Mahomes.
Mahomes couldn't do it neither.
What are you talking about? You take away Kelsey, he's got no one. He just needs that one guy.
I don't know.
Kelsey is Gronk, and you know it.
No.
Yeah.
Nobody is better than Gronk. No.
My point is Kelsey is Mahomes Gronkowski.
No.
Prove me wrong.
I
can't. I know you can't.
I can, but is it really Kelsey problem, or is the fact that the defenders just forget about Kelsey because they do those slant routes where they look like they're going to go deep, so they go deep and they try to double down deep, and then they forget about Kelsey down there low, and he's always open.
Sounds like exactly what happened when Gronk was playing.
No, Gronk was on a whole nother level. He could catch a ball downfield if he needed to. Gronk was a whole nother fucking level. No, but Brady did take a bunch of rookies to the Super Bowl, and we seen that. We fucking seen it. When they got rid of all he had at that point was Edelman. They got rid of Chris Hogan. That's when they traded Danny Amendola off. Wes Welker was traded. He had a bunch of rookies, and only one he had was Edelman. And then when Edelman retired, that was it. That's when Belichick became nothing because, well, he didn't have anybody. I hate to say it, Mac Jones was not the problem. He didn't have anyone to throw to. Kind of like the same deal with Matthew Stafford right now. He has no one to throw the ball to. Cooper Kupp. Once you freaking double cover Cooper, you have nobody. And it all comes down to players, man. You need speed, timing, and all that. Dallas's problem is we have a quarterback with an arm, and you got one slow-ass wide receiver named CeeDee Lamb. But when he's open, he can catch a ball. I give him that. He can catch a ball.
Oh, he's a pretty good catcher.
But it's when he's open. And when he can make some ridiculous catches, too. But he's not an acrobat, man.
Let me tell you something. Well, here's the thing. I'm going to tell you this. I told you this before, and I'm going to tell you again because you just don't listen.
Okay,
how many receivers do you think there are on a team? 3 or 4?
Oh, yeah. Easily.
Yeah. And then you got the backup, so about a dozen a team?
Yep. About 8. And if that's what you have on the practice squad, you can add them in there. That are actually really fucking good, and then you just never play them.
So if you've got 12 times 32, that gives you over 300. You have 300 players that catch the ball in the NFL. So how many people, normal human beings like you and me, know how to catch a football?
I do. I don't know about you.
And how to catch a damn ball. My point is this. They're in the NFL for a reason. They were chosen. They were scouted. These guys know how to catch a damn ball. So the point is, they were chosen. So they're the 1% here. And
okay, where are you going with it?
Huh?
Where are you going with it?
The same thing I'm going by when I told you about quarterbacks. There's 32 quarterbacks in the NFL, plus plus.
Yeah, they're scouted, but what are they scouting on? I've wondered this myself in the past few years. Like, are they scouting on how far they can throw? Can they scramble? Like, what are they really viewing on?
What do you mean?
Because everyone knows college rules are way, way different than the NFL rules. Way fucking different. So you can be a bomb in the fucking college because the rules are more relaxed. They're more lenient. Half the shit you try and do in college, you do on that NFL field. That ain't happening.
Other than you have to catch with both feet down instead of just one, what are you talking about?
I don't know. I was listening to it on ESPN the other day. They were talking about it. That's why there were so many problems with scouting. But do you think there's more talent on the practice squads than what they're letting out?
I don't know. There could be.
Well, I'm going to bring up one. You know where Danny Amendola was when he first entered the NFL? The Dallas Cowboys practice squad.
Okay.
Never played a game for the Dallas Cowboys at all. Because Jerry Jones said he was too small and he wasn't that fast.
You know what?
So, hold on.
I'm going to let you finish. I'm going to let you finish.
You're going to love this because there's a way I'm going with this. Because he ended up going to the Raiders after Dallas let him go. And he did pretty well in the Raiders. And then he went to New England and went to 3 Super Bowls with New England. And led in catches in New England. So they said Danny Amendola was too small and he couldn't run fast, but he sure has a lot of touchdowns and a lot of receiving yards for a guy that's too small and couldn't run fast, according to Jerry Jones. And Jerry Jones' scouts.
Okay.
That's where I was going with that.
But now I'm starting to wonder maybe you're wrong. And here's why. I think I'm starting to wonder if the scouts miss things. Because check this out. In one of the UFL games over the weekend, did you watch any of them, perchance?
No.
Okay. Well, in the second game, there was this kicker who, in college, was a kicker, but he never got a chance to kick a field goal. They just never needed him to. So he sat his whole freshman year. I think they said freshman year. I could be wrong, but they said that he sat his whole football career. He was just sitting there. Sure, he got the practice kicks, but he never had to kick one in the game. And then he went to become a soccer player for college and did that for a couple of years. And then in the UFL, they signed him as a kicker. And then he got his first chance to kick a field goal in the UFL. And his very first kick was a 64-yarder. 64-yard field goal for his first try. And he made it, but the other team called a timeout to ice him. So it didn't count. So he had to do it a second time. And he kicked it perfectly again. Yeah. And this is a kid that never got a chance to when he was in college. So how do you miss? He just played soccer. So how the hell do you miss a kid that can kick a 64-yarder? And you're like, nope, nothing. I mean, and now he's in the UFL and he's very young. I guarantee you, everybody's looking at him right now.
Oh, I'm pretty sure, but
the point is this: the scouts messed up.
I don't think well, that's because you don't get to see him, and that's kind of what I was going with. But that was also the point of the combines for the NFL, is to show what you're made of, show what you have, so other people can see you.
Well, they didn't see him.
Well, because I think he was looking for the draft. But you're unlikely to get drafted because no scout scouted you because they didn't get to see you. So he did the right thing by going with the USFL. He did the right thing.
Because now he made that amazing kick twice, and I guarantee you everybody's looking at him.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll get a shot this year because this season just started. Because I don't know if they're eligible for the draft or not while the seasons are on because they're under contract, aren't they?
Once the UFL is over in the middle of this year, they're allowed to get called up to the NFL.
So yeah, I mean, maybe that's what Jerry Jones is doing. He's watching some of these guys. It's hard saying. But all right, dude, that's all I got.
That's all you got.
Well, you're going to be getting ready to go get your wife here soon. It's 12:08.
I don't want to. No. She's already texted me earlier saying, I'm in a mood. I'm like, crap. I say the same thing every day, and I think she's getting sick or tired of me saying it. I just say, are you sure you're just not hangry? Hungry and angry. Hangry.
Yeah, right. All right, bro.
All right.
We're gonna close out, guys. Y'all have a good night, and hope you enjoyed. We'll catch you next time.
Hi, I'm Insidious. Thanks for watching this podcast.
This is the Ghost, and thank you for watching our podcast.
And I am the Chief. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great night.